Good morning, good afternoon, good evening in the globe where you are opportunity to see me and to listen to me at this very precious time. My name remains Prophet Ayodeji Akin. I am so concerned about what should be keeping Nnamdi Kanu in the custody. The judicial system should look into it critically and let him be free. Let Nnamdi Kanu be freed. I am concerned about him, about his incarceration. It's not the regime of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that incarcerated him, but the regime of Buhari. Buhari is no more here on the throne of the presidency. I believe the regime of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should look into this matter critically and go into dialogue. Let us approach table talk over his matter and let the cat out of the bag, so he could have a freedom as others are having it. It is our constitutional right to agitate for secession, or that we are living a colony, because all of us have seen and have known what is going on in the nation. So I will eulogize the president to look into it critically, as I said earlier, and temper justice with mercy. Let Kanu out of the problem, out of custody. Let his matter be determined, and let the judiciary go straight to the point, not in any form keeping him in the custody. Everybody should gain his freedom, and freedom of speech, which the Nigerian system is clapping down on. I believe we should all work it out. We should all talk about it. We should all, make it straight if we are in democracy or not. That is about that. Today, we summon Nnamdi Kanu in the court. Let's hear what happens or what transpires in the court there today. Let people see and hear from the lawyer, as the lawyers goes to updating us of what is really happening.
In a case instituted against him by the federal government on alleged terrorism, he converses with some of his lawyers as he awaits the commencement of the trial. The court resumed hearing from where it left off on April 29, this time with the cross-examination of PWAAA, led by Kanu's lead counsel, Kanu Agabi. Answering a question, the DSS operative admitted that no weapon was recovered from Kanu during his arrest in 2015. The cell phone of the defendant was analyzed, but the report of the analysis was not made available to the court because it was immaterial. He admitted that the properties impounded from Kanu over the last 10 years may have lost their value. The witness also admitted that Kanu's statement was obtained without the presence of his lawyer and that statements were not obtained from other persons. He admitted not knowing anyone on trial by the federal government on account of agitation for Biafra nation actualization. According to him, the person he knew is Simon Ekpa, who he said will soon be brought to the country for trial for supporting Kanu. The witness said that he read in the papers and social media those backing the defendants in the agitation. He said he did not remember Kanu complaining of corruption in high places, unemployment among youths, and tendering apologies to the president for insult hurled at him and negative remarks against Igbo leaders. The witness further said he could not remember when Kanu described IPOB as a voluntary organization that was not involved in carrying arms against the nation. He admitted that there were killings in some parts of the country, especially in the north, but the government has been doing everything to stem the tides of the killings. The witness also said he did not know whether the killings were a result of self-determination agitation. Meanwhile, Justice Omotosho has fixed May 6th, 7th and 8th for continuation of cross-examination.
We started our cross-examination today, and for hours it ran, and I guess we have made progress, and we're getting there. The matter is set down for Tuesday for continuation of cross-examination, and of course for new other witnesses to be heard. We believe, like we said at the last sitting, we're making progress. The trial is going on in a very congenial atmosphere, and we believe that we will get there.
Emanuela
Started his testimony after the introductory. The prosecution realized that they couldn't go on because the documents they wanted to rely on were not served on the defense, and indeed the court doesn't even have copy. So the court agreed to their suggested adjournment for tomorrow, so that the documents will be served on the defense. And even as upon the service, what will happen tomorrow is just for the examination in chief of PW2 to continue, and then we will take our time, look at documents, and then commence our cross-examination of EW2. Okay. But in the main, like I always say, it is moving on swiftly.
Misguided evidences, he came forward with. There will be, it is going to conclude today. Meaning the witnesses' points are not helping matter. I'm telling you the truth. Because causing problem, serious one. All the evidences, all that federal government is expected from the witnesses have been, let me say, crashed out. The witnesses are not on point. I actually believe that they are truly the DSS. That's why they cover their face. They don't want someone to attack them. I don't know what to understand. But if you watch them, we will actually find out that they are not on point. Because we expected these witnesses to say, Nnamdi Kanu was lodging in his hotel with AK-47. Nnamdi Kanu was lodging in his hotel with machete and cutlass. But at the end of the day, people were enraged. It's enraging that this man was not discovered with anything incriminating. Not just writing materials, communication gadgets. Of course, Nnamdi Kanu was a pioneer of Radio Biafra since 2014 till date. So when they went into the hotel, they discovered only gadgets that are meant for communication. Those gadgets, are they incriminating? Are they contraband? No, I don't know what to understand. So the witnesses are not on point. I don't know what to understand. So what I'm trying to say here now is that my expectation is high because witnesses, cross-examination, blah, 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 and other things concluded today. Then again, charges against Nnamdi Kanu, it has been all struck out. Terrorism, nothing to at least indict him about over treasonable felony and the act of terrorism. So my expectation today is that immediately the session finishes, they are looking towards tomorrow, which is 7th. From 7th, I'm telling you, on 8th, which is next tomorrow, Nnamdi Kanu is walking out free, out of DSS. Or else, unless Nigeria want to keep on committing court contempt. They commit contempt on common Nigerians. They don't commit court contempt when they have issue. I don't know what I understand. When common Nigeria have issue and the court sentence him, it stands. But if federal government commits against Nigerians and court at least charge them, they don't obey the court. I don't know what I understand. Tinubu now is expecting Labour, very dark man, if indicted in any cases, they should go in for it. But when Tinubu is indicted, federal government under the watch of Tinubu is indicted over a crime of what? Inhumanity against man, against Nigerians. They disobey the court because they think this time around that they will buy James Omotocho. Omotocho has come to tell you that whatever you do on earth, you are going to give the account in heaven. Meaning that he is on the side of what? Justice. No more rubbishing, swaying justice or committing travesty of justice this time around. This time around, the chief judge himself is a man of, legal credibility. And from his statement, I think he's not going to sway justice for sake of, let me say, federal government. He's going to give justice to whom justice is due this time around. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader. Self-determination, agitation for secession or ceding away from Nigeria is legal. It is the right of every individual to stand up and say, I don't want to belong to Nigeria again. After all, if I go to America today and naturalize in America, to who it may concern, does it concern anybody? Nobody can stop me because that is my individual decision. And I take it and I have taken it. It is my own right. So Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. Court will decide everything today. We are looking towards tomorrow. Tomorrow 7th is a walkover for Nnamdi Kanu. Then on 8th, we see Omotocho do the needful again. And it's Supreme Court. That one is not appeal. This court is supreme.
That's what I'm saying. If Nnamdi Kanu wins, come on the 8th of May,
he will go free.
Do you not think, I don't know, but if even though he wins, I do not think the federal government will take it to the appeal court?
Appeal court, he can't appeal 2 times. Appeal court has given it to him again. I don't know what I understand. From Supreme Court. And this very one now is supreme. So he don't do anything again because Kanu come with the Supreme Court ruling in the past. He always refers it to James. And James Omotocho actually affirms it that Supreme Court had given it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the past judgment sitting. I don't know what I understand. So it is going to be a child play. It is going to be travesty of justice. It's going to be, unconstitutional, let me say, legal tussle, which, if you ask me, I will tell you that it will begin to look like molestation, insult, harassment. I don't know what I understand. Exploitation, the same marginalization that brings about his agitation for Biafra. If they do that again, it is a exploitation, persecution of highest order. If they come up with another appeal, I think Ejimako and Nnamdi Kanu is not going to anywhere. Mark my word. If Nnamdi Kanu, federal government comes up with any other charges again, Nnamdi Kanu and his legal team are not going anywhere. No court is qualified to judge or ask him anything again in Nigeria, anywhere in the world, except terrorists. And anybody that charges Nnamdi Kanu for any case again starts from today, next tomorrow. That person is a terrorist. If that country is Nigeria, that country is a terrorist country. Of course, United Nations has marked Nigeria down, underlined Nigeria as a terrorist country. Willy-nilly. If you doubt it, screw it. Do your research on Google. Nigeria is among. We are having how many terrorist groups in Nigeria now? ISWAP, Boko Haram, Lakaruwa, Mahuda. Yes, man. So you see it. So Nnamdi Kanu is right in all he's saying, in all his quotes. He has been quoting it that any chief judge, any judge again that brings him to court is a terrorist. Of course, there are terrorists. They are hailing us even as we are doing interview. They see us. They are hailing us. They are hailing us. So what we are saying is that the court itself must actually do the needful today.
Okay. Another thing I want to look at is that, do you not think the federal government are probably doing this just to break Nnamdi Kanu down, just to make him,
they want to kill Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu will not die. They are the one that will die. I'm saying this in camera. If your intention, federal government of Nigeria, is to kill that young man, I think you all will go down. I'm telling you, this is a destiny that God has given a man, and they cannot change. Listen and listen good. His destiny is to liberate Igbo man from the shackles of slavery. Started from 1967 to date. He is destined to liberate Igbos. He has given Hausa their freedom. Hausa man has been liberated already. to everybody's greatest surprise, what Nnamdi Kanu has done for the Hausas, nobody has ever done that. Hausas are confessing as I'm talking to you now, releasing them from the shackles of slavery under the Fulani oligarchs. You should know that the Buhari himself administration invited the whole Fulani in Africa to take over Nigeria, simply because Fulani believe that Nigeria is their common sovereignty. I don't know what to understand. Common sovereignty in the sense that they believe that they will win here, that this place is very, very, let me say, gullible. Yes, that they can fight. That's why they are gathered, they have brought weapons, and I'm telling you that war is coming. Fulani want to fight Nigeria. Fulani failed in Central African Republic. Central African Republic, all the street gangs, tribes, ganged up and pursued. Oh my God, that country is wonderful. They now succeeded on pursuing Fulani from Central Africa. Fulani now face Nigeria. By the time Nigeria will realize, they will make Nnamdi Kanu king. Nigeria is going to enthrone that guy as a monarch. Because this thing he said, Fulani has gathered already now. They're all over the forest. They are ready to strike. That is their own utmost agenda, to strike. And you that is eating, stealing money, siphoning money, embezzling money in the federal places, offices, I'm telling you, you are a dissident, political dissidents, disgruntled public office holders. When Fulani will strike, we will actually call Nnamdi Kanu and throw him a monarch over Nigerians. That man is a Nostradamus of our time, a legend that predicted what the Fulanis are doing currently across Nigeria. By the time Fulani finishes with Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu will be enthroned and Nigerians will be worshiping him as an idol.
Okay, popular prophet Elijah King Leo has come and said that what the federal government will finally release Nnamdi Kanu and what compensate him heavily. Do you believe what he said?
This is a good prophecy. There's a good prediction and expectations of every well-meaning Nigeria. You cannot just arrest somebody, violate him for 10 years now, subjected him to this kind of legal tussle and trauma. If you have a case, ordinary police case, do you know how you feel every night, every day? Just 2-3 days a week, it will appear on your body because it's going to throw you into such, dramatic trauma. I don't know what I understand. But this man now, he will stand in this kind of condition. Legal tussle, accusation, false accusation. From 2015 till date, Nnamdi Kanu has never been a free-minded man. He has been fighting mental war, psychological war within himself. And I'm telling you that federal government of Nigeria, as predicted by Prophet Elijah or Jeremiah, is going to pay Nnamdi Kanu financial incentives. They're going to give him financial incentives, highest ever. Because I know that Kenya must pay. And I'm seeing Britain paying as well. For failing to fight, peace of this young man, Nigeria, Kenya, and Britain must pay heavily to the damage they caused the young man.
The importance of Nnamdi Kanu is recognized in northern Nigeria. Northerners are saying that we need a person like Nnamdi Kanu in our region. Northerners are saying that we need a person like Nnamdi Kanu in our region. Mind you, Nnamdi Kanu speaks for every tribe in Nigeria, the freedom of every tribe in Nigeria. Let's look at this. Khalid Yazidu, a prominent northern youth advocate and political commentator, took to social media to share a powerful and emotional reflection of Nnamdi Kanu's words in court, calling them not merely a defense, but a cry from a depth of a wounded soul. We know that injustice prevails in this system that we find ourselves. And when you come out and start speaking for the people, you become an enemy of the government. So Northerners admire what Nnamdi Kanu has been doing over the years. We expect Nnamdi Kanu to be released according to the judge and the judgment. We expect Nnamdi Kanu to be released. The judge said he has to conclude the case. He must conclude the case anytime soon. Let me read this, what the judge said about Nnamdi Kanu and that case. He says, the court has been adjourned